Ta-da! Hello, guys. So welcome to my live stream, to my live lesson today. I'm very glad to see all of you who will participate online, but also, of course, I will record this video. I will save it on my YouTube channel, so everyone who couldn't participate could watch it later in the convenient time. So, I am using this program first time, but yeah, I can already see your comments and I'm very happy to see them. Hi, Lorenzo, привіт. Привіт from Canada, да, привіт з Канади, всім привіт, привіт з України. Отже, сьогодні, today we will talk about the calendar vocabulary in Ukrainian. And before we begin, I want to ask those of you who are taking part live to write a little bit about yourself. Як вас звати? Як вас звати? Мене звати Ніка, а вас? And звідки ви? Звідки ви? Where are you from? Please write me in chat. I can see that Canada is very active today. So many of you are from Canada. Так, з Канади. Отже, я чекаю. I'm waiting for your responses. What is your name? Where are you from? And we are almost ready to begin speaking about the calendar itself. Так. I think there is some delay probably between what I'm saying and what you see. But anyway, так. З Канади, Жак із Канади, так. І Берлін. О, дуже приємно. Так, Австрія, Джерен із Австрії. Чудово. Сігурд. Так, чудово. Дуже приємно бачити вас. Отже, давайте починати. Let's start. Let's not waste our time. So, I have prepared some slides for you today, and we will start talking from the parts of the day. What parts of the day do we know in Ukrainian? We have 4 of them. Ранок, ранок, день, день, вечір, вечір і ніч, ніч. Here, if you learned Russian previously, you need to be attentive with pronunciation of the letters E, those that look like Russian ye, день, it's hard pronunciation, день, вечір, вечір, and Ukrainian ch is hard, ніч, ніч, not ch, but ch, ніч. And these words are given in nominative case. So, for example, when you can use this structure, when you say, now is a morning, or now it is evening. Зараз, now is зараз. I will write in chat. Зараз, which is now. Ранок. Зараз день. Зараз вечір. Зараз ніч. Or, for example, when you use the phrase good day, good evening, good afternoon, yes, good morning, we would say добрий день, добрий ранок, добрий вечір, так? So we use them in nominative case. But this is not how we use those words the most frequently. Much more often, we of course say in the morning, in the evening, in the daytime, at night, right? So how to say it in Ukrainian. And here in the table, you can see the second column, which has 2 options for each word. And these are like 2 different variations of one word, just with different prefixes. U and v. Уранці or вранці. Уранці, вранці. Basically, it's the same word. In Ukrainian, when you will learn later, you will see that very often prefixes u and v are interchangeable, and the same happens to the preposition u and v, which means in. They also very often replace themselves. So, or switch. themselves. So why it happens? It happens because you probably heard Ukrainian is quite melodical language, and we try to use more vowels in Ukrainian. And normally, if you begin in a sentence, we will begin it with a vowel. Уранці. Уранці, удень, увечері, уночі. So more often we will use letter U. But where can be used if previously in the previous word you had a lot of consonants. For example, not consonants, vowels, sorry, vowels. So for example, if you say Я гуляю вранці. Гуляю. Я-ю had two vowels, and that is why it's logical to begin the next word with a consonant in order not to add too many vowels in a row. So я гуляю вранці, but уранці я п'ю каву. In the morning I drink coffee. I hope this is clear. Please let me know if you have any questions about those prefixes. And once again, I will read you how they sound. Уранці, удень, увечері, уночі. Так? So these are 4 words to remember. They are adverbs, so they are not changeable parts of speech. It's not any case. They are just adverbs. And let's read the examples. Here we have the structure. In the morning, in the daytime, I usually do something. Зазвичай means usually. So, the first sentence. Уранці я зазвичай п'ю каву. What it means? Уранці я зазвичай п'ю каву. How do you think what it means? Can you please write me in comments? Уранці я зазвичай п'ю каву. And do you do the same in the morning? Do you do the same? The second sentence. Удень я зазвичай працюю. Працюю. What means працюю? Удень я зазвичай працюю. Працювати means to work. To work. So this verb працювати, працюю means I work. Yes, Jerian, absolutely right. I will show you a comment. In the morning I usually drink coffee. Уранці я зазвичай п'ю каву. Так, you are right. Absolutely. Okay, so the next one. Увечері я зазвичай відпочиваю. Увечері я зазвичай відпочиваю. Відпочивати is an opposite. It's like antonym of the verb працювати. So how do you think what it means? Увечері, я зазвичай відпочиваю. So this is what I'm not doing right now. Зазвичай відпочиваю, але не зараз. Not now. Not today. Так, relax. Yes, absolutely right, Lorenzo. Так, I will show you comments. Yes, in the evening I usually relax or rest. Да, take some rest. Так, добре. And the last example. Уночі я зазвичай сплю. Which is logical, right? Уночі я зазвичай сплю. Так? Так, we have an example from Dalia. Уранці я зазвичай п'ю гарячу воду. Чудовий example, ви молодець, very good example. Drinking hot water in the morning, some people say that it's very, very healthy habit, right? Okay, so now I have a question for you. I will even switch to this regime. So, що ви зазвичай робите уранці? Перше питання. So, the first question. What do you usually do in the morning? Що ви зазвичай робите уранці? Напишіть, будь ласка, в коментарі. Що ви робите? Я п'ю каву, я гуляю з собакою, я готую сніданок, I cook breakfast. And what do you do in the morning? Usually. Зазвичай. I'm looking forward to see your examples. Що ви робите уранці? And then you can also already think what you do in the daytime, удень, увечері, in the evening, and at night, уночі. Уночі. Так, уранці я п'ю каву і печенье. Ага, печенье, here will be correct to say печиво. Печиво. Cookies is печиво in Ukrainian. It's a neuter word. Да? Уранці я п'ю каву і їм печиво. Так? Так, окей. What do you do? Let's stick with the question in the evening. Що ви робите увечері? By the way, I'm sorry, this is a typo in the slide. Should be увечері, not o, but e. I'm sorry about the typo. Так. Can we say я п'ю вранці каву? Because п'ю вранці not possible. Yes, in Ukrainian, the same as in Russian, we can play with the word order. So we could say я п'ю вранці каву, я п'ю каву вранці. This structure, я п'ю вранці каву, is possible, but maybe not so popular because you're like tearing apart the connections between the words that are tightly connected. Пити і каву, да, between the action and the object. That is why better to keep them together. You could say уранці я п'ю каву уранці, but пити каву better not to tear apart. Так, увечері я зазвичай готую. Ага, готувати, клас. Гарний приклад. Вранці мені потрібна кава і більше сну. Як я вас розумію? I understand you really well. I also sometimes feel that I need більше сну. Yeah. Okay, very good, guys. Let's go on. Because it's not all that we have today. So, it was parts of the day. Now we go to days of week. Дні тижня. Ви бачите, you can see the name of the slide. Дні тижня. Тиждень is a week. Тиждень. I didn't write this word in nominative case. I will add it now in the chat. Тиждень. A week. So days of week will be дні тижня. So, let's read their names. Понеділок, вівторок, середа, четвер, п'ятниця, субота та неділя. And here the last day is tricky for those students who learned Russian previously because it was воскресенье in Russian, right? And неделя in Russian is a week. In Ukrainian it's different. Неділя is Sunday. And тиждень is a week. And of course, we also quite rarely use the nominative case. Maybe just in the structure, what day is today? Який сьогодні день? By the way, який сьогодні день? What day is today? Can you write me in chat using the nominative case? Який сьогодні день? Please write in chat. And while you're writing, I will read you the second column, which actually answers the question when, коли. And this structure we use much more often. This is what we say speaking about our plans or telling what we did previously. And this structure is more important. So for it, we use, as you can see, over the table in small letters, I say accusative. So this is accusative case. Even if you don't know what is accusative case, it's okay. We will now find it out. Так, Лоренцо пише, сьогодні п'ятниця. Абсолютно вірно. Так, сьогодні п'ятниця. And actually, I even forgot that this example I gave you on the slide here under the picture. You can see сьогодні п'ятниця, так? Today is Friday. And another example, у п'ятницю у мене йога. У п'ятницю, yeah, so we here use preposition у and ending you instead, я. У п'ятницю, and this is the accusative case. У мене йога, I have yoga, да, so I have yoga class. The structure у мене є, I have, you could see in my previous videos on the previous week, so you can watch it on YouTube. So, accusative case. For the words that are masculine, we don't care. We just use them in the same form as in nominative case. That is why for the words понеділок, вівторок, четвер, we do not change the form. We just add the preposition у or в. Here the rule is the same as I told you previously. After vowels we use в. In other situations usually it will be у. У понеділок, у вівторок, у четвер. The words here in this list are feminine. They are ended with a or ya. And that is why in accusative case, we replace them with u or you. A will be replaced with u, ya with you. And we receive the next forms. У середу, у п'ятницю, у суботу та у неділю. Right? Так, I love those days that don't change. Yeah, I also like accusative case in animate because of this, because those words do not change. And this is a good part. Okay, so basically we need to remember 4 phrases. Those that are feminine, that are changing. У середу, у п'ятницю, у суботу, у неділю. Так. Okay, so as you can see on the right, I'm showing that we have 2 types of the days of the week. Робочі дні. It's the right part of the slide, the blue words. Робочі дні і вихідні дні. Робочі дні is the days when we work, right? Коли ми працюємо. And вихідні are like weekends. So, I could say, у вихідні я завжди відпочиваю. How would you translate this sentence that is given here? У вихідні я завжди відпочиваю. We already had this verb today. Lorenzo translated it to us previously. So, how would you translate this sentence? У вихідні. And while you are translating, I will pay attention that, again, we have the accusative case structure here. We use preposition у, and then we say the word вихідні, and we do not change this word from nominative form, because it's plural word. Plural words also do not change in accusative case if they are inanimate. So, у вихідні я завжди відпочиваю. Так, Jaren says, so it changes when there is a vowel at the end. Yes, basically, changes only feminine words. Yeah? If we speak about accusative case, only feminine words will be changed. If we speak about inanimate objects, days of week are inanimate, so we change only feminine. Feminine usually have ending a or ya, but be attentive, because in Ukrainian language, as we said in the lesson about the word gender, some, for example, neuter words may also have ending ya, like волосся. If you have a doubled consonant and then letter ya, then the word is neuter, and neuter words do not change in accusative case as well, so they will be not changed to ending u. Or, for example, neuter words with ending or and or and they also will not be changed because they're neuter. Так, on the weekends I always get some rest or relax. Yes, absolutely right. This is the translation of the sentence that I'm giving you here. Okay, guys, so far so good. Everything is clear for now. I hope, I really hope so. And I want us to practice a little bit. So I have two questions to you. Які у вас плани? Так? Угу. Дякую. Так, so, які у вас плани на суботу? Напишіть в коментарях, будь ласка, які у вас плани на суботу, на завтра, так? So, what are your plans for Saturday or for tomorrow? Які у вас плани? For example, я буду працювати в суботу. Я буду працювати. Yeah, I will be working. This is my plan. So I not always get rest on weekend. So what are you going to do? I can see that there are 25 people and not everyone is writing the answers. I'm asking you to write because this way you have the chance to practice a little bit while you're watching this stream and learning. Так, я буду працювати, так, працювати. Я буду працювати також. So, Lorenzo, your example will be я також буду працювати. It will look like this. I will show you. Я також, so also or to in Ukrainian is також. Я також буду працювати. Окей. Так, далі says завтра я гуляю по Києву. Добре. So you could say в суботу, так, в суботу, on Saturday, в суботу я гуляю по Києву. Oh, this is very nice. I miss Kyiv a lot. But be careful, please, in Kyiv. Окей. Так. Окей, let's go on. Що ви робите в понеділок? Або які у вас плани на понеділок? What are you doing on Monday? Які у вас плани на понеділок? Що ви робите в понеділок? Я в понеділок працюю. It seems that I do it all the time. But no, sometimes I do take rest. Так, ага, Eric answers. Завтра я буду мати урок української з Інною. Так, з Інною. Чудово! Чудовий план. So, завтра в суботу я маю урок з української з Інною. Чудово. Say hi to Інна. Передавайте привіт Інні. Так, окей. Let's go on. Let's go on to the next part. And here we will talk about the seasons. So we have 4 seasons. In Ukrainian, we may use the word сезони, сезони, or we may say the phrase пори року, пори року, which also means seasons, like seasons of the year. And we have 4 of them as usually. Зима, весна, літо та осінь. So if you learned Russian, also they're quite simple for you because they sound almost the same. And when we need to say when we need to answer the question when, to say коли something happens, then we also use adverbs. So here we have the situation similar to the parts of the day when we said удень, увечері, уночі, уранці. Here we also transform these nouns into adverbs. And they may look like this. Узимку or взимку. Again, we have this changing of the prefixes. Узимку, взимку. Навесні, Here we have only one form навесні. Улітку or влітку. And восени. Восени. And let's read the examples. At first, this one that is above me. So, зараз літо. This is when we use the nominative case. Зараз літо, which is truth. And улітку ми їздимо на море. Улітку ми їздимо на море. So how do you think how we can translate this sentence? Улітку ми їздимо на море. If the verb їздити is a verb of motion. It's a verb when we use transport for movement. Transport on wheels. So улітку ми їздимо на море. What it means. Please let me know. I don't know how to translate it into English. While you're translating, I will read the next example here. Узимку йде сніг. Узимку йде сніг. Так, I can see your translations. In the summer we go to the beach or to the sea. Yes, absolutely right. Улітку ми їздимо на море. Good. The next one. Навесні квітнуть дерева. Навесні квітнуть дерева. You can see the translation. Квітнути, a very beautiful verb. It means to blossom. Квітнуть дерева. Так, далі. Улітку спекотно. Улітку спекотно. Спекотно is another adverb, which means hot. Улітку спекотно. Also, this summer is not hot at all. I would say it's cold. Дуже холодне літо зараз у нас. I don't know why, but still. Okay, the next one. Восени падає листя. Восени падає листя. So in autumn the leaves fall. Так, okay. Eric says by vehicle. Yeah, by transport or by vehicle. But usually їздити is used by vehicle that has wheels. Yeah, so it can be anything that has wheels. Okay, let's go on. As usually... no, I don't have a question for you. Okay, I forgot to prepare a question for you, but let me ask you. Що ви зазвичай робите влітку? Що ви зазвичай робите влітку? Так, Лоренцо says, восени я люблю гуляти по парку. Так, good example. Восени я люблю гуляти по парку. In Ukrainian, we don't have this ending just t. It will be ти, те and и. Гуляти, працювати, робити, малювати, танцювати. So this ending ти will be more popular. T will appear only in reflexive verbs before postfix ся. Так, добре. Okay, let's go on. Here is the most interesting part of the lesson, and these are the months in Ukrainian. And for those who learned Russian, it will be a challenge because they are different, absolutely. But it's interesting because in Ukrainian, the names of months are connected with different phenomena of nature or season work. So people connected the names of months with something that was happening around them that they could see in the nature, some changes, or something that they were doing according to the part of the year. Так, we have another example. Влітку катаюся на велосипеді. Так, making the matrix, absolutely right. Влітку катаюся на велосипеді. Дуже гарний приклад. Я не можу кататися на велосипеді. Unfortunately, I cannot go by bicycle, yeah. Ride a bicycle. Yeah, it's a shame. I want to learn how to do it. Okay, so let's go back to the names of months. The first one, January. Січень. Січень. It's connected with the verb сікти, which means to cut or to chop, because usually in this time of year people chopped the woods while the forest was sleeping. It was less harm to the trees, and they did it at this time, and that is why January was called січень. Січень. The next month is called лютий, and this is the only one name of month that is an adjective. It's not a noun like everything else. It's an adjective, and that is why grammatically it will be changed by cases a little bit differently. You will see it soon. Лютий means very strong and kind of even evil. Лютий. And people connected it with a very strong frost, very frosty weather in this month. So that is why they called this month лютий. The next month is березень, and it's connected with birch tree, береза, as you can see on the picture, because in March, usually at first, birch tree start blossoming, and also in this month, people used to gather to collect, this birch juice from those trees, and that is why this month was called березень. Квітень is connected with the word квіти, квітнути, the verb that we already had, to blossom, or квіти are flowers, because in April everything is blossoming, right? That is why the month is called квітень, квітень. The next one is травень, it's May, and it's connected with the word трава, which is logical, right? Трава, grass. Of course, the first grass appears in April, but in May it's usually so juicy, and it's huge, and it's not yellow from the heat yet from the sun, and that is why especially previously when people went out, everything that they see around themselves was grass, different kinds of grass, and that is why they call this month травень. The next month is the most caused the most of the disputes according to its name. It's called червень, June. Зараз червень, так? Some people say that it's connected with the word черв'яки, worms, because in this month, like the worms from which people made the red painting, something was happening to them, and people connected it with it. I'm not sure if it's true. Another theory is that in June we have a lot of red berries. It's cherry, it's strawberry, and that is why people decided to call it червень, connecting it with the color червоний, red. So basically, we don't know for sure, but the theories are very interesting. Так, мені дуже подобаються ці поетичні назви місяців. Так, я згодна, мені також дуже подобається це в українській мові. Ідемо далі, let's go on. So, липень, connected with linden tree, because in July linden trees blossoming, липа, and in Ukraine we have a lot of these trees everywhere. Серпень, connected with the word serp, and this is this equipment, sickle, which we use for harvesting, yes, when we gather pшеницю or something else. And this was a very important part for Ukrainians, part of the year. I mean, it's the season when everyone was working actively, and that is why, of course, people transformed it into language, and they call this month серпень. The next word, вересень, connected with the name of the flower Veres. You can see it on the picture. It's kind of violet color, and it's blossoming in September, and that is why this month was called this way, Вересень. The next one is жовтень, also very logical because connected with the color жовтий, yellow, and it's October. When the trees become yellow? In October. So, жовтень. And the next one also goes from the previous one. At first, trees become yellow, then they lose their leaves. The leaves fall down. Листопад. Листи, it's leaves. Падати, to fall. Листопад, like falling off the leaves. Very logical. The last one, December, is грудень. Грудень. And it is connected with the Ukrainian word груда. It's like, a piece of frozen land. Because in this month, the first frosts come to us, the first snow, and the ground becomes very very tvrda. I don't know how to say it in English, but no, you cannot dig, you cannot do anything with it. So it's груда, and the months will be грудень. Грудень. Так, далі я пишу дуже цікаво, я дуже люблю українську мову. Так, дійсно, це дуже цікава тема. Я згодна. Так, добре, ідемо далі. So we have learned the names of the months. And again, we not so often use them in nominative case. Of course, we can say зараз червень, зараз квітень, скоро буде липень, and so on. But more often, we, of course, say in some months, in April, in March, in August, and so on. So for this, we use locative case. For those of you who are learning Russian, it's kind of like prepositional case. Locative case, the case that describes location, or actually we use it with months. So how to form it in Ukrainian with months? With months, we need to add Ukrainian ending E. E, just one letter, as you can see in the table. У січні, у березні, у квітні, у травні, у червні, у липні, у серпні, у вересні, у жовтні, у листопаді, у грудні. Preposition u or ve, again we choose according to situation, and ending e. Only one exception is February. Лютий у лютому. How do you think why? Why it has different form? I already told a little bit about it previously. Do you have any thoughts why it looks different? Can you please write in the chat? And while you're writing, I will read the examples that I have under the picture. Зараз червень, which is true. And у моєї мами день народження в червні. This is also true. My mother has a birthday in June. В червні. In June. Adjective, yes, Jaren, absolutely right. Лютий is the only month that grammatically has the form of adjective. Of course, it's a noun because it's a name of the month, but grammatically it has the form of adjective, and that is why, according to the cases, we change it like adjective. And adjective, masculine adjective, in locative case will have ending omu, emu. So that is why we have у лютому. We can just memorize it. Just one word. And 112, I think it's not a big problem. Так, Making the Matrix says, let's see. The red pigment was made in the Middle Ages in Poland and Ukraine. Так, кошеніль, та-та-та-та-та, that's right. Small worms which were dried and pulverized. The old name for worm in Polish is червь. Так, like in Russian and in Ukrainian, we also use the word червь, черв'як. Also, we have the word хробак, but it's just optional. Yeah, thank you very much for this information. It is very interesting, and it may be the reason why June is called червень, indeed. Так, Далія says, я народилася в червні, 21 червня. Oh, so you recently had birthday. Congratulations. Вітаю. Так, в червні. This is actually what I was going to ask you. Коли ваш день народження? In the meaning, in what month? In what month is your birthday? Мій день народження в листопаді. Мій день народження в листопаді. Так, Лоренцо says, у мене день народження в жовтні. Так, чудово. У мене, да? In Ukrainian we say у мене. You're welcome. Так, so, у мене день народження в жовтні, в червні, у мене в листопаді, у мого чоловіка, my husband, у мого чоловіка день народження в січні. 1 січня, 1st of January. It's crazy, I tell you. Okay. I can see that not everyone wants to write comments, but let's go on. What else do we have? The last part that I prepared for this topic is a very interesting concept of the Ukrainian language. How we may say every morning, every day, every month, every Monday, every year, anything every, in the meaning of repeatable actions. Because sometimes when we say every, we mean like more like each day, each month. Then we need to use a direct translation of every, which is кожен, кожна, кожні. But when we speak about repeatable actions, we have this interesting concept. We need to use prefix що and the form of genitive case. Of day, part of the day, day of week, months, the word year, and so on. And this way, we receive the adverb, which means every year, every morning, every Friday, and so on, as you can see. So let me read maybe some of them. Maybe I want to read all of them, but still. So if I want to say, every morning I drink coffee, I would say, щоранку я п'ю каву. Щоранку я п'ю каву. So every morning I drink coffee. Or щовечора я гуляю з собакою. Every evening I walk my dog. Or, for example, щоп'ятниці у мене уроки. So on Fridays I have lessons. Okay, is this clear? Is this concept, do you feel it, what it means? Also, I may say that щоліта я їжджу на море. Щоліта я їжджу на море. So every summer I go to the sea. I wish. I only wish it. Я була на морі 5 років тому. I was on the sea 5 years ago. Yeah. Okay. The same you may use with months. For example, you could say that щосерпня в Україні святкують День Незалежності. That means that every August in Ukraine we celebrate Independence Day. Or, for example, щомісяця every month, щомісяця. Or very often we use щороку, every year, щороку. Something is happening щороку. Так, Лоренцо says, щовечора я гуляю. Так, good, щовечора я гуляю. Далі says, щовечора я телефоную батькам. Чудово. Так, every evening I call my parents. Я телефоную мамі щоранку. Я телефоную мамі щоранку. So basically, when you know the topic genitive case, it's quite simple to form these forms and to use them. How come the names of the months are completely different than those in Russian? Because in the Russian language, they took the calendar from languages like English, because they are similar to each other, while Ukrainian is closer to other Slavic languages like Polish, Czech. They also have similar names to the Ukrainian ones. If you make the research, you will see it. Так, Ерік says, щовівторка я даю уроки української мови. Чудово, ви даєте, ви вчитель? Are you a teacher? Це круто. Щодня я працюю. Угу. Так, Лоренцо, працюю. Щодня я працюю. Every day I work. Yeah. Але треба відпочивати. But you need to have rest as well. Because working all the time is no good. Okay, guys. This is all. I also had a question for you, but I can see that you are, I don't know, or you are too shy, or somebody is lazy to give me answers. But if you want, you can answer. Так, що ви робите щодня, що ви робите щоп'ятниці, і що ви робите щороку? I'm Polish, I feel like cheating. Yes, this is what I say, yes, that in Polish and in Ukrainian, the names of months or a lot of other vocabulary is very similar. I know that many Ukrainian refugees who are now in Poland, they learn Polish quite fast. First of all, of course, they understand it well, and speaking is more difficult, of course, but those who want, they learn it quite fast as well. So yeah, for Polish people, learning Ukrainian can be quite simple, indeed. Not fair. No? Yeah. Okay. This is all what I have for today. I'm asking you to give a thumb up to this video, поставити вподобайку цьому відео, to subscribe if you're not subscribed yet. And after the live stream, and when I will finish it and publish this video, I will ask you to write a comment. What do you think about this kind of lesson? Do you want more? Maybe you want to change something, because it's my first experience of giving such kind of online lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was useful for you, and I hope you will learn the names of months, seasons, and everything else from this lesson. Also, I will publish the slides as usual on my Patreon, so all my patrons will have the access to these slides and can make flashcards or anything like this. Щороку я на рік старша. Далі, так, щороку я на рік старша, це точно. Це мені не подобається. Very good example. Дякую, Gustavo. Oh, I can see Gustavo here. I'm very glad to see you. Great live. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, Lorenzo. Yeah, now we need to put it into practice. Absolutely, yeah. So this is like a lesson where I give you the information, and then you need to take it and to try to use it, right? Especially if you have Ukrainian friends, you can start using this vocabulary. This is the most important part, because I can give it to you, but only you is the one who can use it. Thank you, guys. Elena, thank you very much. Glad to see you here. Oh, I'm so glad to see here people whom I know who are supporting me all this time. Thank you, guys. Все. Це все. На цьому я закінчую. We are ending now. I was glad to see you. And we'll be waiting for your comments under the video. Have a nice day. Гарного дня. І побачимось. We'll see you soon.